Ready? Play.
And of course, people have already asked a question about the challenge of playing last night, taking a pause, starting today, and playing again tomorrow. How tough will that be?
Yeah, I think mentally it's
playing again tomorrow.
Physically, not having time to kind of just breathe, to kind of just realize what is happening, to prepare for the next match. I think playing back-to-back days, especially best of five, is not easy. But I'm very happy to be playing tomorrow, and that's the most important thing. I hope I'll be back on this wonderful court and playing my best tennis again.
And what sort of match can we expect against Taylor Fritz in that quarterfinal?
Probably not a very entertaining one, because we both serve 140 miles an hour, so there's not going to be many rallies I would expect. But at the end of the day, this is grass court tennis, so everything happens very fast, everything happens very quickly, and I'm going to do everything I can to be playing my best tennis tomorrow.
Well, thank you for today's entertainment. Congratulations to Alexander Zverev.
Zverev then into the quarterfinals, where tomorrow he's going to play Taylor Fritz in a head-to-head that doesn't look good for Alexander Zverev. As you can see, 10 wins for the American and 5 for Zverev. And I think nearly a lot of those wins for Taylor have come in a row. In fact, let's have a look at that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last 7 matches have all gone the way of Fritz. Zverev actually began the head-to-head by winning the first 2 matches, including one on grass at Wimbledon, but a long time ago in 2018. They actually also played on grass at Wimbledon in 2021, and Zverev won that one as well. So, yeah, but they also had another one on grass in 2024 that went the way of Taylor Fritz in 5 sets. So it's 2-1 in their Wimbledon clashes on grass in Zverev's favor. But, yeah, they also played on grass just recently in Halle, and that one very close went the way of Taylor. But 10-5 is the head-to-head. How do I see this one going? Well, as he said, it's all about serving and serving well. But I do think if this match had been maybe a couple of months ago when Taylor was struggling physically and Zverev was in a pretty good groove, and I think Zverev is still in a good groove. I mean, How many matches is he unbeaten? Well, of course, he lost in Halle, didn't he? But in slam matches, he's won 7 + 4, 11 slam matches in a row. Pretty good, right? These are the sort of stats that the big three would occasionally post when they're winning sort of 10, 15, 20 matches in a row at slams. But Taylor's in a really good spot right now. And Taylor, during the grass court season, has, pun intended, pulled up some trees in terms of the fact that in Stuttgart, he made the final. Halle, he made the final. Eastbourne, he pulled out. Fair enough, because of his excerpts in Halle and Stuttgart. And now here in Wimbledon, Taylor has come through Lajovic in straights. Probably dodged a bullet, by the way, in terms of having to play Lajovic over Draper. I mean, dodged a bullet. I think Taylor still would have come through against Jack, but it was a much easier match to play against the lucky loser Lajovic in straights rather than a formidable opponent in the form of Jack Draper. Then he comes through Kipson in straights. He does drop a set, the first set against Sonego, but ultimately prevails in 4 sets in the third round. And again, straight sets for Taylor against Bublik. As for Zverev's route to this stage, he has come through 4 sets against Blocks in the first round, then straight sets over Royer and Giron, and then 4 sets again. So fairly comfortable for both players. I don't think physically either is going to be struggling too much. I do think that Taylor's, at least for now, his injury travails are behind him. But we've got to look at that head-to-head, right? Got to look at that head-to-head. And you've got to be thinking, Taylor, probably in 4, maybe 5 sets. You know, I think Taylor, as soon as the draw was made, not being on the same half as Jannik Sinner or Novak Djokovic, does then become the favorite to make the final. And he's justifying that favorite tag. Do let me know what you think in the comments section.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
My name is Clara Towson and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
My name is Zainab Sammaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready. Play.
Welcome to those of you tuning in for Taylor Fritz against Alexander Zverev. That match has yet to get underway. They're just practicing serves. Kamali has won the next point to get a 15-30. Just practicing serves for now, those two, Fritz and Zverev. Fritz, it's Zverev's first Wimbledon quarterfinal. Taylor's been to this stage before, including last year. And in 2022, Taylor was in the quarters, wasn't he, in 22? And in 24, I think, as well. Taylor, I'm going to say. I think in 24, he lost to Musetti in the quarters. In 22, he lost to Nadal in the quarters. Those two matches were 5 sets. Last year, he made the semis, where he lost in, was it 4 or 5 sets he lost to Alcaraz last year? Four. But he had set points, didn't he, in the 4th set tiebreak to take it to a 5th. Okay, Caboli here, rallying from love 30 down, and he does indeed hold for 2 games all. Hey, Miroslav, how are you? Do make sure you hit that like button. As Zverev and Fritz are about to get underway on court number 1. Ferry and Caboli getting the center court. Many of you probably thought that Fritz and Zverev would start first because the match on court 1 began first at the quarterfinal on the women's side. But big difference is that it was a much quicker win for Kostyuk over Paolini than it was for Noskova over Mertens. Both were straight sets, but Mertens was a little bit closer. I think Mertens was it 6-3? Sorry, Noskova was 6-3, 7-5? Was it 6-4, 7-5? Something like that. Six-3, 7-5. Kostyuk came through 6-3, 6-2. Meanwhile, Ferry here serving at 2-all, 15-all. Taylor Fritz is going to serve first against Zverev. Do make sure you hit that like button, people. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Ferry with a good serve there that Caboli couldn't deal with, and therefore it's 30-15. Okay, second serve for Zverev to look at over on court number 1. And the first point of the match. $30-all here on the Ferry serve. Meanwhile, Fritz has raced into a 40-love lead on his serve over Alexander Zverev. No football today. First day without World Cup football since the tournament began. I think 4 weeks ago the tournament began, if I'm right. 4 weeks tomorrow. I think it was a Thursday it started, wasn't it? Okay, 40-30 here for Ferry on his serve, but it's going to be a second serve for Caboli to look at. He gets his backhand in play. Backhand to backhand right now. Ferry keen to avoid the forehand of Caboli. Now it's on the defense, though, for Caboli on that side. Caboli moving from side to side. Ferry in charge of this rally, and Caboli can't live with it. Ferry holds for 3-2. Fritz has also held 1-love. At the beginning of his encounter. So at the moment, both of these quarterfinals, sorry, are on serve. I have a question here from Zarian. Zarian, can you do me a favor? Can you hit the like button? And if you haven't done so already, can you hit subscribe? I have Kaboli beating Arthur Ferry. That is my tip. I have Taylor Fritz beating Alexander Zverev. Zverev has won the first point on his serve. So in that match so far, we've had 5 points and they've all been won by the server. I would say it's fair to say that Ferry has settled a bit quicker than Kaboli, albeit that they are on serve over on centre court after 18 minutes. That one is 15 minutes ahead in terms of match play than Fritz versus Zverev on court number 1. But now we have got a point going against the serve, and it is on the Zverev serve, 30-15 there on court 1. And Kaboli and Ferry are back on court, and they're playing their first point here on the Kaboli serve. Flavio going backhand to backhand right now. Now it's on the forehand of Ferry, onto the forehand of Kaboli. Kaboli comes into the net. Does he put the net volley away? No, he doesn't. Love 15. Okay, Kaboli here, 2-3-15 all. $30-15 for Kaboli. Meanwhile, Taylor Fritz and Zverev. We've got a break point for Taylor Fritz. Break point. Let's tune into that for a moment because Kaboli and Ferry are at 3 all. Break point, Fritz already, straight at the gate. Although it's come and gone. But he's got another one now after a double fault from Zverev. Double fault Zverev, so a break point for Taylor Fritz. Straight out the gate here. Well saved though with a serve down the tee from Zverev, so back to deuce. Down the tee, on the turn from Zverev, so it's a game point now for the German. And he has held, saving a break point en route. Meanwhile, love 30. Ferry here serving at love 30 against Kaboli. Comes into the net. Kaboli chases that down with a lob. It's going to land in. Ferry in trouble. Ferry in trouble. Smash from Kaboli, but Ferry's still in the rally. Forehand now from Kaboli. Goes into the net. Well done out to Ferry. Getting out of a big hole in that rally to get to 15-30, but maybe Flavio let him off the hook there a little bit. A with the smash and B with that forehand at the end. So 15-30. Still some more work for Arthur to do to get completely out of this hole. But at least he has some respite. Kaboli goes big up the line and misses. So 30 all there. Fritz is down on his serve against Zverev. I think 15-30. Indeed, 15-30 there on court number 1. Kaboli's going to have a break point, is he? Yes, he is on the Ferry serve. Going for the big forehand cross court, and Ferry couldn't deal with it. Stretching every sinew there to get his racket on the ball, but wasn't able to. So 30-40 on the Ferry serve. 3 games all. Serves, and he misses the first serve. Ooh, it's gone long. So deuce. Double bounce there, so advantage Ferry. Zverev gets the break over Taylor Fritz. And Ferry holds for 4-3. Those 2 bits of breaking news. Ferry saves a break point, holds. Zverev was down a break point on his serve after a double fault in his first service game, got out of that hole, and then went and immediately broke Taylor Fritz. So that's where we're at. Hey, Jennifer. How are you? Do hit that like button, Jennifer, if you haven't already done so. And of course, hit subscribe. We're at a change of end in both of these matches. Ferry and Kaboli on serve in the first set. Zverev up an early break on Fritz in the first set. Okay. Kaboli to serve and Zverev to serve. Zverev and Fritz have played on grass a few times before. I remember the 5-setter that Fritz won at Wimbledon 2 years ago, maybe. I'd say that's in the 4th round. Yeah, 4th round in 2024. Zverev was up 2 sets to love in that match. I think he had a bit of a knee issue, didn't he? I don't know if that flared up in that match or at the end of that match, but still. Fritz and Zverev as well. Their head-to-head, I think, is like, what's it, like 6 or 7 matches in the row that Fritz has won? It's 10-5 for Taylor, but the last 2, 4, 6, 7 matches, yeah, have gone the way of Fritz. So Zverev led the head-to-head 5-3, but now 7 in a row have gone the way of Taylor, including a match in Halle on the grass this year, and also the Stuttgart final on the grass last year, and that 5-setter I just mentioned, which was the beginning of this 7 matches in a row run from 2024 at Wimbledon. And Zverev has 2 game points to get to 3-1, and Kaboli has a couple of game points to get to 4-all. It's going to be deuce now on the Kaboli serve. 3-4 deuce. Ferry Kaboli, 4 games all. Ferry is the 5th male wildcard to reach the quarterfinals at Wimbledon. It's an ace from Ferry out wide to get to 15 love. Kaboli can't deal with that serve, so 30 love. Meanwhile, Fritz and Zverev. It's Fritz serving at 1-3-15 all. We see Zverev's father there in the crowd, looking on anxiously. Well, it's been a good start for his son. (30-15) here, Fritz, 1-3. Comfortable hold for Ferry, who's looked pretty comfortable on serve, really. Fritz, meanwhile, 40-15 after an unreturned serve. Do let me know in the live chat where you are tuning in from. Fritz misses the first serve at 40-15. And Zverev dumps that return into the net. So It is 3-2 for Zverev over Fritz, but it is 3-2 with a break. Meanwhile, Caboli and Ferrier on the change of ends, and when they return to the court, it will be Flavio serving to stay in the first set. And it is Ferry who's looked the marginally better player thus far. Is that fair? Do let me know in the live chat who you think is going to win this match. Also, of course, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Getting amongst it in the live chat as well. We've got 4 contenders left on the women's side to win the title. Who is it going to be? The women's singles, that is. Just thinking about the women's singles and how often we've had a new winner. It just seems to be all the time at the moment. Swiatek was a first-time winner. Krejcikova was a first-time winner. Vondrousova was a first-time winner. Rybakina was a first-time winner. Ashley Barty was a first-time winner. Halep was a first-time winner. Kerber and Muguruza. The last time we didn't have a first-time winner was 2016. Serena Williams. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 first-time winners in a row. We've got Coco Gauff, haven't we, in the semi-final against Karolina Mukova. And we've got in the other semi-final, Marta Kostyuk coming up against Linda Noskova. Okay, Zverev is serving 30-15. Caboli serving to stay in the set. Is also at 30-15. $30 all, Caboli. Okay. Okay. So, big moment here. Caboli serving 4-5, 30 all. Down the tee, doesn't make the first serve. Second serve for Ferry to look at. 30 all. Double fault, 30-40. Set point, Arthur Ferry. Wow. Okay, Ferry to serve. Where are you going to go with this serve? Out wide, backhand. Oh, it must have just clipped the net on the way through. I thought that was a sensational return winner there from Ferry. It's not. So it's another first serve here. Misses the first serve, Kaboli, down the tee. So a second serve for Arthur Ferry to look at on this set point. Backhand return, forehand from... It's going to be missed! Ferry wins the first set by 6-4. Wow! Woohoo! Ferry leads by a set to love over Kaboli. Okay. Over to Fritz and Zverev, where last we saw Zverev was up a break. He's still up a break 4-2, but it is Fritz serving here at 2-4, 30-15. Make that 40-15. Yeah, let me know in the live chat who you think is winning the women's title. We've got 4 options now. Goff, Mukova, Kostyuk, or Linda Noskova. I think we've got 2 grass court players in there against 2 phenomenal tennis players. The grass court players being Mukova and Noskova. Are we going to get an all-Czech final? But the phenomenal tennis players are Coco Gauff and Marta Kostyuk. Gauff is the only one who's won a Grand Slam before. Mukova has been in a final at the French Open in 2023, I think it was, wasn't it? And Kostyuk and Noskova have never been in a final, but one of them will be because they're playing each other in what I believe will be the second semi-final tomorrow. Fritz has held, so things still pretty tight there on court number 1 and over on centre court. The British sensation, Arthur Ferry, is up a set to love on the French Open finalist, Flavio Caboli. Ferry and Caboli already getting underway at the beginning of the second set, and it's going to be Ferry who will serve first. And it is love 15 on his serves. Zverev here serving at 4-3 with a break. Is it fair to say that Zverev was the slight underdog going into this match? I'm not sure if that's just me thinking he was the slight underdog or whether there's something else to say elsewhere. It's a lovely forehand up the line there from Caboli to get to love 30. A double fault from Ferry, and it's love 40 on his serve to begin this second set. Taking the wind out of his sails, so to speak. Rafa and we, can you do me a favor and hit the like button on this video? And if you are new to the channel, do please hit subscribe. Hey, United Road. Long time. Hope you're well. Caboli and Fritz lose today. I'm just going to stand with the covers. Well, Caboli's got the early break on Ferry. So a good start for the Italian in the second set. Less said about the first for Flavio than the better. Just didn't really turn up. Flavio does that, right? In the French Open final. Like, I think the first set, maybe, I was going to say another set, but no, just the first set, just didn't show up. Someone needs to set his alarm and make him wake up about an hour before. Because he's an hour out of sync and it's always the first set. So Caboli here looks to consolidate the break and he's love 15 down. Fritz is in a spot of bother in the first set against Zverev because he's down a break and Zverev is up 4-3, 40-30. Caboli has at least won the next point to get to 15 all. Got a poll going on YouTube if you want to vote in that poll as to who you think is going to win the women's title. That's the poll there. Do get voting in that. Are we going to get a couple of five-setters? Two game points here for Caboli to consolidate the break. And he does indeed consolidate to get to 2-love. Well, at least they're feeling the emotion. Fritz is at least going to force Zverev to serve out the first set. I'm not super excited about either of these two matches. Sorry. Right, time to switch our attention, I think, to the semi-final between, the quarter-final with the semi-final berth at stake between Fritz and Zverev, because Zverev is serving for the first set. Okay, Zverev serving for the set. 5-4, 15 all. Kaboli is up 2-1 with a break in the second. Down a set to love, though, to Ferry. Backhand from Zverev. It's going to go long, and so it's going to be 15-30. Forehand Zverev. It's going to hit the baseline. Okay. Backhand to backhand right now. Forehand Taylor. Backhand Zverev is going to go long. 15-40. Kaboli 2-1, 30-15. Zverev serving for the first set is down 15-40. Ace out wide from Zverev saves the first set point, 30-40. Kaboli is at 30 all on his serve. Such a funny player, Kaboli. So, second set point here for Fritz. Good serve down the tee, block return. He's going to go long. Much to the delight of Alexander Zverev. Deuce. Ferry's going to have a break back point on the Kaboli serve. Zverev has set point. His first set point, he saved 2 break points. Now, what about Ferry on this break point? He's got it! Arthur Ferry's broken back, 2 all. Wow. Okay, what about Zverev here? Serves. Misses the first serve. Missed forehand return from Taylor Fritz. He can't believe it. He's not hit that cleanly at all. And Zverev wins the first set by 6-4. So, 38 minutes on the clock for that encounter, and Zverev leads 6-4. In the other match, where Kaboli serving to stay in the first set at 4-5 and got broken, Ferry nabs the first set. Second set, Kaboli decided to wake up and start playing. Got the early break, got to 2-love, but has now been broken back. Out of nowhere, seemingly. Given the momentum of the match seemed to be swinging the way of the Italian. And so it's 2 all. Yeah, I'm not sure I subscribe to this opinion, Maximus, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes it's better to play a little bit one day, a little bit the next, and then continue the next, rather than you know, play a full match one day and then a full day off. It depends on the nature of the matches and it depends on where your body's at. But I wouldn't say it's as black and white as you suggest. Put it that way. I don't think it's a big deal for Zverev, put it this way, that he's played now 3 days in a row, because he only played 2.5 sets on Monday, 1.5 sets yesterday. So you're going to be practicing anyway. Why not have a competitive match? In fact, even better. So Arthur Ferry is lovely drop shot from Arthur to get to 30-15. Fritz is going to serve first at the beginning of the second set. 15 love, he's up. Ferry here seeking to get to 3-2. All here on the Ferry serve. Which one of these two matches is going to get done first, do we think? Tricky. Game point Ferry, 40-30.
You know, when I'm feeling a little nervous, it means that I'm enjoying this much.
And can you tell me about the second set in particular? Ice play?
Take that down at some crucial moments, but I've put one match. Never gonna be easy. None of these matches are.
Through to the semi-finals.
First Grand Slam.
Okay. Ferry holds for 3-2. So from 2-love down, 3 games in a row for the Brit. And that's where we're at. Mind you, meanwhile, Fritz is here at 30 all. Lovely forehand at the line there from Zverev. And he's going to have a break point at the beginning of this second set. But Fritz saves it. Deuce. Big serve out wide that Zverev just couldn't handle. Ghosty their fiddlesticks. Didn't know you said that in it. We used to say that a lot at school in the UK. Backhand from Zverev goes into the net. Game point, Fritz. What's going on here? Vincenzo, can you do me a favor? Vincenzo, hola Vincenzo, ¿hablas español? Si hablas español, avísame en el chat, porfa. Kabali here, 2-3, 15 love. deuce here on the Fritz serve once again, but it's a good serve out wide for him to get another game point. He saved a break point already in this game. Kaboli here serving at 2-3, 15 all. And Fritz holds. Big hold, that one for Taylor. Saving a break point to begin this second set. Had his chances, didn't he, on the Zverev serve at 15-40. And when Zverev was serving for it, including a second serve on Zverev's first set point. Anyway, it is what it is. Zverev leads by 1-0. And Fritz leads by 1 game to love at the beginning of the second set. There seems to be some conversation between the umpire and someone backstage. I do hope it's not for a physio for either of the two players. If it is for either, I think it might be for Taylor, but we'll see. Hola Vincenzo, si hablas español avísame porque yo puedo hablar español y quiero decir algo. But if you don't speak Spanish, that's also fine, and I'll stick to English. I can do German and maybe even some Portuguese, but I don't speak Italian. Game point here for Kaboli, 2-3, 40-30. Forehand here for Zverev should be an easy put away. Ooh, nearly Taylor. Alex, which match? Which match? Come on, Flavio, says Ghosty. Flavio's such a funny player. So unpredictable. Drives you nuts sometimes. But I guess that makes it fun. 30 love here for Zverev on serve at love 1. Portuguese from Brazil in particular. What a backhand down the line from Taylor Fritz. Wow. 30-15. It might be a fairly meaningless point. You're down 30 love on your opponent's serve, and it's the beginning of the second set, and you end up, you know, just losing the game to 15 or to 30, and it means nothing, right? But if he gets the break, it'll be huge. But chances are pretty low, I would suggest, but we'll see. Maybe that's why he can pull off that. Rather than when he needs it most, it's a little easier when you're down 30 love at the beginning of the second set. And indeed, Zverev wins the next point to get to 40-15. Kaboli has at least held to get us to 3 all. I'm going to stand up, I think, for a little bit. And Zverev does indeed hold to 15. I think Kaboli wins, but it's not been great so far from Flavio. Just a few flashes from the Italian. Yeah, hit that like button, people. And Alex, if you can subscribe to the channel, that would be great. Where are we at with our subscriber count? We are on 33,551 subscribers. That is more than Centre Court, Court 1 and Court 2 put together. That's where we're at. Taylor here making Zverev run, but Zverev defending really well. And now turning defense into attack, but he's going to miss that backhand. So 30 love Fritz. Caboli and Fetty are at the change of ends. It is 1 set to love to the Brit, which may surprise some. Change of ends. Caboli to serve at 3-4. Fritz has held for 2-1. Now, I'm keen to know if there was a conversation between the umpire and somebody backstage a little while ago, and I'm keen to know if there was any major issue for either player. We're about to find out. And fully deserved. And by the way, I like what Jose Morgado is saying here, just reminding us. Oh, we've gone to a commercial break on my TV, so I might not know. Don't forget to subscribe. There you go, I've said it. It's all about the return. And if Linda shows up and she returns as well as I think she can, she wins this match. Okay. Oh, it is Taylor who's getting some attention here. As I said, I thought one of them might need it. I just hope it's something that can be fixed quite easy. Is Taylor going to go off court? No, he's just going to... It could just be a bit of sickness or something like that. Headache, which is something that hopefully just can be alleviated very quickly. No, he's getting some cream out, it looks like. The physio here. Now he's got his blue glove out. Oh my goodness, I don't want to see that happen on the court, please. Ghosty. There doesn't seem to be too much concern in the Taylor camp. Although it is a tension to the right leg, and tendonitis, of course, in that knee where I see he's getting some attention, has been an issue for Taylor for some time now. And you just hope that whatever these guys can do, they can just get him in a good shape. Oh my goodness me, Caboli 3-4, 15, 30. Okay. Taylor's still getting some attention here to that right knee. So it's in a medical timeout. Cabali holds for 4-all. Hola, Vincenzo. Well, I've got some things going on here in the live chat, so I'm just looking at this now. Come on, Fritzy, show on. Right, Zverev is serving at 1-2 in the second set. Ferry is serving at 4-all in the second set. I'll just switch over to that one now. Everyone, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. Ferry here serving at 4-all, 30-15. After that shot goes into the net there from Cabali. Can I have a quick look at our poll as well that I've got on our community tab for the women's singles title? Most people are backing Coco Gauff at the moment. Yeah, don't know. For me, she might be the outsider for me from the 4. Personally, but what do I know, hey? Big cool John. Cabali goes into the net on that backhand. So it's 40-15 for Ferry. Zverev there gesticulating to the crowd after he wins a pretty epic point. 40 love up here on his serve. Okay, 40-15 here, Zverev. And Ferry is held for 5-4. Go Yannick, says Vincenzo. Go Wimbledon, says Vincenzo. How about that? Coco does have a ton of heart. I admire that aspect of her game, but also don't think she's a favourite for the title. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at as well, but there you go. Going to have a look at the same poll that I put on Twitter. Not so many votes, but Coco is 3rd in that poll, but a lot fewer votes. The one on YouTube has got hundreds of votes already. Okay, Fritz and Zverev at 2-all, and Fritz is just stretching out that knee. Fingers crossed it doesn't end up becoming a bigger issue for Taylor. Cabali's going to serve to stay in the second set. Forehand from Fritz up the line. It's going to be a winner from the American for 15 all. From my perspective, it's okay, Ghosty, but I don't know if I'm the judge and jury on this issue. Caboli up 15 all big. It's become 15 all now. Caboli is serving to stay in the set again, just like in the first set. And he didn't manage to hold serve, hence Ferry went up a break, up at 1-7. As the Zverev-Fritz match hits an hour. All Fritz Zverev. Oh my goodness me, Caboli here. 15-30. So Caboli here, serving to stay in the second set. 4-5, 15-30. Ace down the tee from Flavio, 30 all. He wants that same ball back, I think. 6 aces for Flavio. Fritz has held for 3-2. Misses the first serve there. Does Flavio. Backhand return from Ferry's pretty good. Slice there into the forehand of Ferry. Forehand from Flavio. Wow, what defense there from Ferry. What defense from Ferry. Staying in this point incredibly. And incredible defense this. This is wild from Ferry. It's going to be a tricky smash this for Flavio. And it's ultimately going to win in the point, 40-30. Wow. Game point for Caboli to get to 5 all. Block return. Forehand cross court. Forehand now to forehand. It's a nice forehand from Flavio that. And the backhand from Ferry goes into the net. 5 all. Backhand cross court from Flavio into the backhand of Ferry. Forehand from Caboli. Forehand to forehand right now. Now it's on the backhand of Ferry. Forehand Caboli up the middle of the court. Caboli, is he going to get to this drop shot? He is. What a volley from Ferry. What a volley from Arthur Ferry. 15 love. What a return from Kaboli, though. Wow, 15 all. Whew. Ferry gets to 30-15. And it's going to be 40-15. Fritz and Zverev at 3 all in the second set. Ferry and Kaboli are at 5 all in the second set. And it's 2 game points for Ferry to get to 6-5. First serve is a fault, but he does get to 6-5. So once again, Kaboli is going to serve to stay in the set. 5-6 at the change of ends. In the Taylor-Fritz Zverev match, things are not looking great for Taylor. He's down a set to love. He's had a medical timeout for her knee issue. And he's down love 15 at the beginning of this service game. $15.30 here on the Fritz serve. I'm fearing a sort of a situation here for Taylor. Good serve down the tee, 30 all. Five, 6, Kaboli, love 15. Going to switch over to that one now. Flavio. Sean, I think you made a couple of typos there, but I think I've got you. Ferry's backhand return has been incredible. I think Kaboli's struggling with the heat more than Ferry. Yeah, you might have something there. Love 30 here. Look at that block return. And the Kaboli forehand, which is normally his strength, is a weakness there. So love 30 on the Kaboli serve here. Okay. First serve goes into the net from Zverev. Sorry, from Kaboli. Love 30, second serve. Backhand return is really good. Backhand again from Ferry. Forehand Kaboli. Forehand from Ferry. It's a good... The defense from Ferry is off the charts today. 15-30 though. He can't get to that one and get it back on the island. But The defense from Ferry, sensational. Fritz has held for 4-3. Some concerns looks from the Kamboli box, understandably, but at least he gets to 30 all here, and from love 30, he was in big trouble. How long can Ferry keep this up for? I don't know. Okay, this should be Flavio's point. It is. Good serve out wide. Lofted ball short. Easy forehand put away winner. 40-30. Unreturned serve. We're going to a tie break between Kamboli and Ferry. So, tie-break time there. Zverev is down 3-4 in the second against Taylor Fritz. We'll see, Sean. We'll see regarding Ferry and Flash in the Pan. But anyway, let's just hone in on this tie-break. 1-0 Ferry, ace down the tee. Oh, and Kamboli's going to miss that backhand. So 2-0 Ferry. Kamboli wins the next point, though, with an unreturned serve. 1-2. Zverev looking pretty comfortable here to get to 4 all. He's 40 love up at 3-4. Ferry here with a mini break advantage in this tiebreak, leads 2-1. It's going to be 3-1 now after this second serve. Forehand return there from Flavio was just no. Straight into the net. Zverev holds for 4 games all. Back to centre court where Ferry is up 3-1 in this tiebreak. He's got an easy forehand here. Kamboli just about defends it. An easy smash though for Ferry. Is that going to land in? No. So 4-1 Ferry. Taylor at 4 games all and 30 love. 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 4 games all and Good serve down the tee there from Kaboli to get to 4-2 at the change of ends. Yes, Snail. Indeed. Ferry's defense is just wild. His athleticism is crazy. Kaboli misses the first, and he's unnerved Flavio at times. Second serve here. Down the tee, backhand return. Forehand now. Look at that defense again. It's just insane. But actually, in the end, it eventually breaks down. But Flavio's on top of some of these points, but he just can't put Arthur away. 4-3. Still a mini break advantage here for Ferry. Over on court number 1. Fritz is serving 4-all, 30-all. This is the first serve here, does Ferry at 4-3. How costly will that be? Break point for Zverev over on court number 1. Just watching this rally pan out. Kaboli's missed that up the line, so it is 5-3, and Zverev gets the break. Zverev leads 6-4, 5-4 with a break. Arthur Ferry, 5-3 in this tiebreak. Serving here. If he wins this next point, he'll get to 6-3. And we'll have 3 set points. He's missed the first serve, though. Forehand return from Flavio into the backhand. Forehand here from Flavio. Forehand now. Backhand Flavio. It's going to go long. 6-3. 3 set points for Arthur Ferry. So 3 set points for Arthur Ferry. The first 2 will come on the Kaboli serve. And Kaboli's going to miss the first serve. Remember, he was up 2-love with a break. Forehand here from Flavio. Not the cleanest of forehands, but the rally continues. Got to come into the net here. Oh, what a volley from Flavio Kaboli. I'm a poet and I don't even know it. Woo-hoo. Saving the first set point. If he wins this set and goes on to win the match, that'll be the moment potentially that people will be talking about. Okay, there's still 2 more set points for Flavio to save. Misses the first serve. Second serve, therefore. Backhand return, which has been really good today. Oh my goodness. This is going to land out. Arthur Ferry wins the second set by 7 games to 6. He leads by 2 sets to love. And the crowd, of course, understandably, are going wild on centre court. Well, ladies and gentlemen. It does make court number 1 a little bit underwhelming, but we're going to go there right now to see Zverev serve for the second set. Is he, just like Ferry, going to take a 2 sets to love lead? Well, he's 15 up on his serve. So he's made the ideal start. (15-love) Zverev, 3 points away from a 2-sets-to-love lead. Arthur Ferry is going to go off court to just compose himself. 2-sets-to-love, he leads. Backhand slice from Zverev. Backhand up the line into the forehand of Taylor Fritz. Forehand from Zverev is going to go into the net. So 15-all. (15-all) here, Zverev, 6-4. It's going to be 30-15 for Zverev. In 2025, Zverev led the ATP Tour in his first serve percentage, landing in 72.4%. I don't know how it's bearing out in 2026, but he's still pretty high up when it comes to that kind of stat and metric. Serve out wide, backhand return goes into the net. So 2-set points now for Zverev and a 2-sets-to-love lead. We have seen him lose a 2-sets-to-love lead before over Taylor Fritz. Okay, Zverev to serve. Down the tee, backhand return goes into the net, and Zverev does take a 2-sets-to-love lead as he bears down on potentially a first ever Wimbledon semi-final. Taylor Fritz is going to go off court. Whether he's going to get some... That knee has been troubling him. He had a medical timeout earlier in the match. And so what we've got is we've got 2 matches here. And we've got 2 players with 2-sets-to-love leads. The stats from that second set in the Zverev Fritz match. We saw Zverev getting 83% of his first serves in and winning 100% of his second serves. Fritz won just 31% of his second serve points and wasn't able to get a break point on the Zverev serve. So at the moment, Zverev is very much on top. Much as Arthur Ferry is very much on top against Caboli. But we'll see. Can either of these 2 players make a fight back? I say either of these 2 players, Taylor Fritz against Zverev, or Flavio Caboli against Arthur Ferry. Do let me know in the live chat whether you think either of these players can make a comeback. And which one? I think it's Flavio. If one of these is going to make a comeback, normally I would say that if Taylor is not out of it, but just the way the match is going. Yeah, so maybe Snehill is onto something here. Maybe Caboli wins a set, but not enough to win the match. Maybe he wins 2, but still Ferry prevails. Don't forget, of course, Ferry's had a 5-setter against Dimitrov in the previous round. Flavio in conversation with his team, and it doesn't look like the most cordial of conversations. Flavio's like, but I think he means in terms of just like, I'm not interested in your dialogue, my friend. That's where I think it's at, that conversation. Right. Taylor's back on court. Umpire's called time for them to commence the 3rd set. Taylor Fritz will serve first at the beginning of the 3rd set as I see Arthur Ferry return to the court. Fritz wins the first point at the beginning of this 3rd set, so he's up 15-love. $30 for Taylor. Let first serve. It's going to land out from Zverev. So 40-love for Taylor here. And what's looking like a pretty quick hold for the American. And he needs some of that right now. Second serve for Zverev to look at here. Kaboli is serving first at the beginning of the next set, and he's already down love 15. Yeah, 97 Murch here, not happy with the way things are panning out for Taylor Fritz. $97 S Murch. 97 Smirch or 97 S Murch. Can you do me a favor and hit subscribe on our channel? That would be amazing. Kaboli here 15 all. Ghost Hunter says he's or she is happy. I don't know if that's because they are a Arthur Ferry fan or if they are a Taylor Fritz fan. Sorry, an Alexander Zverev fan. Or maybe they're just happy because they are a Switzerland fan in the football, who won, of course, last night on penalties. Or maybe they're an England fan in terms of the football and making the quarterfinals of the World Cup, plus having a potential British semi-finalist in the tennis. Oh dear, Fritz going from 40-love to deuce. But Fritz is going to get a game point here. Got 1 love. We can have a break point for Arthur Ferry. Taylor holds for 1 love. Ferry gets the break. What is going on, people? Arthur Ferry leads by 2 sets to love and a break. Wow. If Kaboli is to win this match, he's going to have to come from 2 sets to love down and a break, which is pretty wild. Zverev here, 30 love up. Yeah, fair enough. 97 smirch. Fair enough. It's going to land out from Zverev, so 30-15. Meanwhile, 15 all on the Ferry serve as he looks to consolidate that break. Well, I'm not so sure, Sam. I mean, it's not looking great right now. It's looking like, I mean, a million matches have looked like something and then turned out to be something very different. But it's looking like a Ferry winning straight sets right now. It's a long way to the finish line, and we'll see how Arthur deals with the pressure. But until now, he's dealt with the pressure beautifully. None more so than in that 5-set win he had over Dimitrov. Nice smash winner there for Fritz to get to 40-30. Well, that's just too far away to comment. But of course, if I imagine it goes the way it does, and therefore Kaboli comes from a set, 2 sets to love and a break down to force a 5th, then of course you'd have to be sort of thinking Kaboli has the momentum. But oh, how's Taylor missed that? 1 game all. Now, though, 30 all is a really interesting moment on the Ferry serve as he looks to consolidate that break. What's going on? Deuce here, Ferry Kaboli. I mean, he is a good grass court player. Got to the quarters at Wimbledon last year. Here he is in the quarters again. We've got a break point here for Flavio Cobolli to get it back on serve. This is huge, as Sam says. This is huge. Break point, Flavio Cobolli, to get this back on serve and perhaps wrest the momentum from Arthur Ferry right now, which is all with the Brit on home territory. I'm just watching it right now. What a point this is turning into. What a point from Arthur Ferry to save that break point. He's everywhere right now. Deuce. Break point Zverev against Fritz. After Fritz goes long with a forehand. And Ferry's going to have a game point for 2-love. Where am I watching? Do you mean which channel I'm watching, Sam? Ferry holds for 2-love. And it's all about that break point that he saved, right? I mean, it's just wild what we're seeing in terms of the defense and athleticism from him. Zverev gets the break. He leads 2-1. He leads. So we've got two players now up 2-love and a break. Are they both going to get this done in straights? So, current state of play. Ferry leads Cobolli by 2-love and a break. And Zverev leads by 2-love and a break. And I tell you what, Cobolli is in big trouble. because he's down 15-30 on his serve here as well. He's cutting a forlorn, frustrated figure as we speak. After an hour and 57 minutes of play. And it's going to be 2 break points for Ferry to basically get the job done. Look at how he's moving around the court like a man possessed. Pretty wild at the moment. 2 break points for Arthur Ferry to go up 2 sets to love, 3 love with the double break. Kaboli saves the first break point, 30-40. Zverev has 2-1, 40 love. 3 game points for the German to go up 3-1. It's a lovely forehand winner there from Kaboli to get to 30-40. And Zverev does hold for 3-1. I just don't know if there's any way back for Fritz and Kaboli right now. Fritz, because of where he's at physically and how the match has panned out. Kaboli's in a mental hole and Ferry's on a mental high, but at least Kaboli has saved those 2 break points to get to deuce. Ferry has another break point. So Ferry here, break point on the Kaboli serve. Flavio serves down the tee, block the turn. Forehand Flavio is going to be too much. And he cups his ear. Deuce. Deuce. Flavio on the defense. Flavio on the defense. Flavio on the forehand. Don't know why he went down the middle of the court there, Flavio. And Ferry is just not missing at the moment, which is a real problem for Flavio. Flavio on the defense again. Flavio on the forehand, making low net coverage there, going in behind. Flavio on the defense with that slice. Now on the Flavio backhand, but he's just too tired at the end of these rallies. And Ferry is not tired. Break point once again for Ferry. Fritz in all sort of bother, 1-3. Do make sure you hit that like button, people. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Break point for Zverev. Break point for Kaboli. Sorry, for Ferry. And he's missed the forehand. Ferry leads 3-love with a double break. Zverev leads 4-1 with a double break. Okay. So, two players are very close to the semi-final at Wimbledon. Alexander Zverev, who leads by 2-0 and a double break on Taylor Fritz, and Arthur Ferry, who leads by 2-0 and a double break on Flavio Cobolli. Can Ferry get over the line? Can Zverev get over the line? Well, Zverev is very, very close. He's even just that bit closer than Ferry. Given that he's 4-1 up. It's all about nerves now for Ferry, I think. If he just maintains this level, there's probably not much Flavio can do about it. It's a good return there from Cobolli. Maybe Flavio can loosen up a little bit now as well, given the scoreline. But two problems. One is that Arthur is just not missing at the moment. And two, Flavio is. 15 love here for Ferry. And 15 love is soon going to become 30 love. Zverev here serving at 4-1. Ace down the tee from Ferry to get to 40 love. And he's racing into this. It's 4 love. This is just wild right now. I was just suggesting perhaps a Flavio comeback, even from a breakdown in this set. But no. Maybe Fritz can mount a comeback. He's 4-1, but it is love 15 on the Fritz Zverev serve. But Zverev wins the next point, 15 all. All right, I'm going to bring Amanda forward. If you can give me a thumbs up if you're ready. I think you're ready, Amanda. Just give me a thumbs up if you are. Brilliant. Here we go. Well, I said that it was going to be a Cobolli win, but here we are. I'm going to go backstage, Amanda, and I'll be back whenever this match finishes in 10 minutes or 2 hours. Right. Okay. So, Fritz. Big trouble. Four ones Zverev, 15. Just going to share that screen with you now on the screen. $30.15 here for Zverev. Good return there from Taylor. He's gone into the backhand into the net now. So Zverev here, 40-15. Serves on the tee. Ace. 5-1 Zverev. In the third set. So he's just one game away now from a Wimbledon semi-final where either Flavio Cobolli or Arthur Ferry away. It's looking very much like Arthur Ferry right now, who leads 4-love in the third. Taylor on the backhand here. Zverev on the run. It's a wonderful backhand cross court that from Taylor Fritz. To put to 15-love. First service here. And return serve from Fritz, 30-love. Ace, 40-love. Is this going to be Zverev's first win in 3 years over Taylor? Ace down the tee, and he holds. When they return to the court, Zverev will serve for the match. Five, 2 Zverev leads. Taylor just trying to cool himself down. And over on the other court, we have Ferry leading 5-love. So we've got a situation right now where two players are going to return to the court and serve for the match. Ferry leading 5-love will serve for the match. Zverev leading 5-2 will serve for the match. So it's looking very much like an Arthur Ferry, Alexander Zverev Wimbledon semi-final. These two matches might well end at more or less the same time. Zverev to serve. Out wide, on the turn, 15-love. Zverev misses the first serve down the tee. So we've got Ferry up 15-love as well. Second serve here for Fritz to look at. And he is at least going to win the second point after Zverev goes into the net on the forehand. And Ferry is up 30 love. So it's not looking good for Flavio. It's not been looking good for a while. He's got 3 match points as well, Ferry, now. Meanwhile, Fritz can't defend that 30-15. And Ferry's won 6 love in the third. Ace for Zverev. Two match points for Zverev here. Five-2 he leads in the third, 40-15. Pretty dominant from start to finish here for Alexander. And he does get it done. 6-4, 6-4, 6-2. Unreturned serve out wide. He's into the Wimbledon semi-finals where he's going to be playing Arthur Ferry. We're now going to switch streams. I'm going to join Amanda on the Ferry Caboli stream, which has just concluded, to preview the men's final, the men's semi-final between them.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.